MonoRants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and the only person in an alien film to ever utter the words, "Don't touch that," is my co-host and master of none, Ciara.
Nah, that's incredibly untrue. I would touch it.
Well, do you mean to say that all the other things I have said about you in these intros are true?
No, but like honestly, in this context, I can
the least accurate.
I can safely say I would touch the thing. I have issues. You know, like when buttons are like huge and they say "do not touch."
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. The goblin brain takes over.
Yes. But yeah, I'd probably be the one shouting, "Don't touch that."
Yeah, and I'd be going, "What? Who? Cute, but it's cute. Can I take it home? I found it. It's mine."
Only you could find a facehugger cute.
That Velcro hand puppet one that I got our mate for his birthday a couple of years back, that was cute.
No.
But it was fuzzy and soft.
It was fuzzy, but it was still a fucking facehugger.
Yeah, it was. It's weird. They're not cute.
No, they aren't. But that should give a clue as to what we're talking about this week.
Yeah.
And given that there was a new Predator film out, we said, hey, let's cover a Predator film too.
Speaking of a new Predator film, Prey. Watch it.
Prey is fucking awesome.
Surprisingly good. Very happy to have watched that.
Yeah. But we kind of said, what's the most mono-ranty of all the Alien
AVP!
and Predator films? And yeah, it's got to be AVP.
Yeah, the first one, not the second one. The second one's a bit of a shit show.
Well, I mean, no more of a shit show than this, but...
No, the second one really goes fucking nuts. And I don't care what you say, it's called a fucking Pralien. None of this Predalien shit. It was a Pralien.
Can we get to this one, though?
Yeah.
No, I mean, second one...
it makes a little appearance at the end. All it needs is a top hat and a cane and to be going, ta-da! Like that t-shirt you used to have.
I wish I still had that t-shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is probably the mono-rantiest of all the Alien or Predator films. Is definitely the AVP series. If we can agree on that, both films are very mono-ranty. I know, I'm not to say, like, this is... I enjoy this.
I like this too. It's a real good... It follows very much the Cameron action movie formula of, here's all your plot.
Well, I don't know about that.
But
it attempts to.
It kind of goes, here's all your plot. Oh, they get into the thing. Here's all your action. And I'm always happy with that in an action film. I don't really care who you are. Most of you are going to die immediately, given that's an alien. There's aliens involved. The vast majority of you are going to die. Your red shirts. Like,
but no, I mean, like this film has its problems. It has many and varied problems. But I still enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
and I enjoy
stupid fun.
I enjoy it more than two of the other Alien films.
Oh, those who that shall not be named.
Well, no, I mean 3 and Resurrection, and I definitely prefer it over fucking Prometheus and Covenant. Like at least Covenant was somewhat of an Alien film. Prometheus is a ball of shite.
Yeah.
I would sit down and watch this every time over Prometheus. Prometheus can fuck off.
It basically goes Alien, Aliens, Predator, AVP. That's my running order of events.
These films are not considered part of Alien canon because Ridley Scott fucking hates these films.
Yeah, but Ridley Scott can go and fuck himself. He ruined the franchise.
Oh, he absolutely can. But there's nothing in either of these films that directly contradicts anything in Prometheus or Covenant.
No.
So you could, if you wanted to, you could still consider it part of canon.
No, don't get me wrong. The science in this is bad.
Oh, there are many bad things in this.
But yeah, like in fairness, it shouldn't really, like it's a silly space movie. Like who gives a shit if it's part of the canon or not? Especially when like Alien is what, like 2137 or something like that.
Yeah.
Aliens is obviously 70 years after that.
Yeah.
But that's like way in the future. Why couldn't they have come here first? They're already aware of us.
And nobody finds out anything about the xenomorphs in these films. So
not until the second one.
Well, yeah, but by the end of it, it's all covered up.
Yeah.
But I think the reason...
they've already had the Predator incursion in the 80s as well, in the jungle.
No, the xenomorph side of it.
Yeah.
But no, I think the reason that... Well, I mean, it got fucking critically panned, but I think the reason that this has such a bad reputation...
Yeah, because Alien is such a masterpiece.
What?
No, it is, but you know, like when I know, but like when they came out, they were also like.
Well, no, Alien was pretty highly regarded. I think Predator was more viewed as just kind of like blockbuster fare at the time.
Yeah.
But they now have such hardcore fandoms, and that when you combine the two, you are never going to keep people happy.
No.
And
no, like Alien is like the perfect horror film.
No. It's a perfect. I would nearly say
monster
it's a perfect
film.
Yeah. It's perfect in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Also, nobody listens to the smart lady, so only her and her cat survive.
Yes.
I need to find that Twitter review. That's amazing.
And mostly nobody listens to the smart lady in this.
No, they don't.
She's not super smart. She's no Ripley anyway.
She's not Ripley, but, she's making sense, and if they'd paid attention to her, none of this would have happened, and they could have gotten to the pyramid, and it all would have been sorted out, because she wanted them to take 3 weeks to train.
Well, I mean, there's a whole lot of ways you could say
I know,
that,
but if they'd killed their jets and let her do 3 days of training.
Maybe. But then we wouldn't have got the movie.
It would have just skipped the whole thing. And everybody would have survived.
No. Is that the movie you'd have preferred?
No.
There you go.
No, I want to see more people dying violently.
You don't want to see people listen to the smart lady, because then the movie would be over in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But we're doing that thing again where we ramble for ages before we get to a summary.
Yeah, but
so I'm gonna try and
that as is tradition.
Well, no, that's not tradition. What's tradition is me saying, "Shall we go for a summary?"
Yeah.
So shall we go for a summary?
Go for it.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
After one of his satellites discovers evidence of a massive underground pyramid in Antarctica, industrialist Charles Wayland gathers a team of scientists, archaeologists, miners, and cannon fodder to investigate. Once there, they discover the pyramid is the stage for a deadly game of cat and mouse with enemies centuries old and worlds apart.
Yeah, there's an alien, there's a predator, there's a big pyramid, people are involved.
But yeah, tangentially.
Profit.
Yeah. No, in fairness, not profit.
Not profit. Not profit.
Not profit.
Not profit.
Doesn't make it a bad film, though.
No. Well, no, I meant
the
the Wayland is there for profit.
Well, no, Wayland is there for history.
Yeah, history and profit.
Yes, well, I suppose that's as good a place as any to talk about the characters such as they are.
Yeah, so your introductory character is our lady.
Lex.
Alexa Woods, I think she's supposed to be. I don't know. I'm just really glad we don't have...
You're lucky I remembered Lex, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I had real trouble remembering any of the character names in this film except for Wayland. And that's only because A, it's Wayland, and B, it's Lance Henriksen.
Yeah, well, I kept calling him Bishop. So
well, his middle name is Bishop, apparently. He's Charles Bishop Wayland.
Yeah, and also a nice little nod to him doing the knife tap.
With the pen.
Yeah. Still one of my favourite scenes from Aliens. But yeah, no, so you've got Lex, who is... I did have a character list, because you didn't put the names on it for once.
Oh, I didn't. She's...
Sana Lathan.
Yes.
Who I was looking at her going, I know you.
She's Blade's mom.
Yeah. Yep. Eric.
That's one we should do. Blade.
Yeah, well, Deacon Frost it was a lot of people's sexual awakening.
Definitely yours.
Definitely mine.
Yeah, no, that's...
Also, Udo Kerr's in it, and he's always fun. Anyway, so it's Sana, which I hope I'm saying that right, which I probably am. Lathan?
Yeah. You're the one who wanted her actual name. I was just going to talk about Lex.
Okay. But she's our main character. You meet her, she's ice climbing. She's on the phone. She's apparently deaf.
Yeah, there's no way
she didn't hear that helicopter.
Unless he's that good that he was there before she started the ascent. But I doubt that.
No.
Because why would he... If time is of the essence, why would he sit on top of that thing?
Wait for her. Yeah, so apparently she's deaf. Because helicopter.
Yeah, she should have heard that helicopter. And I was going to say, but we'll let him away with it. But no, I'm not letting him away with it. Why didn't you hear that fucking helicopter? She's one of the only ones in the film who's not... Well, who has a character.
Yeah, so... Well, basically because we kind of know her name. But she's an ice guide. She works for some nondescript environmental group.
Some non-profit thing, and then works as an ice guide so that we can see that she's a good person.
Yeah, and that she has issues with what Wayland is doing, and that was... Because isn't that the whole thing? She's like, oh, did he get another one of our court summons or something like that?
Is that a line?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's something to do with them, butting heads.
Probably is, if she's some kind of environmentalist, if he's some kind of industrialist.
But she's their professional guide because there's this massive heat bloom that's happened on some island which is off the coast of Antarctica, and it's a pyramid, and they've done all this mad 3D scanning of it, and all the experts have said it's got this and it's got this and it's got this, so none of those experts are actually on this expedition.
Yeah, I was like, that was when he's like, my experts tell me this. I was like, well, where are they?
Yeah, why did you got all new ones?
You've got
all new ones. What happened to the old ones?
Even if they were just archaeological experts,
They work for you.
Why did you bother going?
Signed non-disclosures, and you didn't have to tempt people.
Why did you bother going getting two other ones who we have just seen aren't very good at their jobs?
No, because there's her. She's there to take them out onto the ice and to get them there and get them back. So whatever her whole thing is, he may not have a Antarctic explorer on payroll.
That's fair enough. But but why did he get rid of the other experts?
Why did he get Sebastian, who's like, I'm a pyramid expert, but not really?
We'll get on to him.
Yeah.
Sticking with Lex. She's not terrible. And neither is Sana playing her. She only had a week of prep going into this as well, so major round of applause for her for that, because that could not have been fun. But she is, as a character, she's the smart girl. Yes. She is the Ripley of this film. But
she comes across as a little bit smug at the start, like when she's engaging with Miller on the helicopter, and he doesn't know what he's doing. He's like some engineer who's been brought out, and he's all excited, and she's just kind of like, oh, look at you, all new and shit, blah 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 blah. No, maybe reassure him. Instead of being all
she does get better as she goes on, but credit where it's due, at least she's not just a Ripley clone.
No, because it would be very easy to do that.
Yeah. And given the director we're talking about, and I love some of the stuff Paul W.S. Anderson has done, but I don't love everything he's done. He could very easily, especially, could have.
Did he write this, or?
Yes, that's something that we'll get onto in a little bit.
Because I love Event Horizon, but he didn't write that.
No, that's exactly the thing that I'm going to get onto in a little bit. But no, she's not a terrible character. She, like, her whole thing is that, at the start, is that, yeah, we're not ready for this, and if you want us to go like this, I won't be the one guiding you. And she does, well, apart from the fact, I was going to say she sticks to her guns, but she doesn't, because she ends up going with them.
Yeah, but that's because she feels a responsibility to the people that are there more than anything else. She's gotten to know them a little bit. And
they guilt her into it.
They do. And
they're like, who are we better off with?
Miller full on is like, don't make me show you pictures of my kids again.
Yeah, well, he's like, and who would we be better off with, you or the number 2 choice?
Or who are we most likely to come back with?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it definitely could have been a hell of a lot worse, especially considering the reputation this film has.
Yeah.
And same with Wayland, I suppose.
Yeah, Wayland, I just love his introduction and the fact that he can't even be arsed walking down. He just come down the flight of stairs, but why is he up behind them hovering with like a earpiece on, doing a full presentation when time is of the essence?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like, why? Just come downstairs. What the fuck?
But yeah, Wayland's he's just the old man who wants glory.
Yeah, he's sick. He's on his way out. Yeah. This is like what his legacy is going to be. I would like to have seen something like Yutani maybe moving in to try and take over the company, like butting in, to have been there. Maybe not so much the Colin Salmon character that's in it, but like maybe another exec who's trying to stop him doing this.
Or even
or encouraging him to do this so that he would that he can take over the company.
Do we need to add any more?
No,
I was going to say any more subplots to this film, but there are no subplots to this film. Do we need to add subplots to this film?
No, but I would always like some because we always got to see Wayland. We've always seen Wayland, and then in like Prometheus and
you see,
it's Wayland.
Well, they're the only two times you see any version of Wayland.
When's Yutani come into it?
At the end of AVP Requiem.
Oh, is that when they?
Yeah.
Oh, he gets the little shoulder mounted.
She shows up at the end and says she's from the Yutani Corporation. They were gonna have something like that in this, but they decided to actually have it be
a plot point.
Yeah, that the companies were going to be part of a merger or something.
In a very long time.
No, I haven't watched that in fucking ages.
Because I watched Predators recently, and I think I was done after that. I was like, I need to go sit down.
Predators was garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, I like, it's Lance Henriksen, and I love Lance Henriksen.
Always happy to see him.
But he is, you get everything you need from the Wayland character in that conversation he has with her about why he wants to go on it. No, but about why he wants to go, where he's like, when I die, the only thing that'll happen is share points will drop 12%, and then that bit about her dad and the blood clot, and what do you think he'll remember? That's all you really get from him.
Although he does go out like a badass.
He kind of does.
Yeah.
Also kind of stupidly.
No, but he does sacrifice himself because he's coughing. No, Lance Henriksen, that's not acting. He actually genuinely had the flu while they were filming this.
Yeah.
So those coughs, like when he's actually struggling, that was him genuinely struggling. But he does know that he's the weakness, and he does tell them to leave him behind. And then the predator just walks straight past him because he's riddled with cancer.
Yeah, which...
And the predator's just like, well, fuck it, you're going to die soon.
But
and then good old aerosol and a flamethrower. Well, in this case, it's a flare and his oxygen thing. But apparently, number one monster destroyer.
Well, it does fuck all to him.
No, it does fuck all to the werewolves too.
But I think my problem with that is like, okay, yeah, the predator doesn't kill him because he sees that he's dying anyway.
He's not a threat.
And then he's like, oh, don't you turn your back on me. And I'm like, okay, maybe he wants to go out in a blaze of glory. He's like, I'm not staying in this pyramid to die slowly.
Yeah.
But then when he gets stabbed by the predator, he looks surprised.
Yeah,
that's what bothers me. I'm like,
shocked Pikachu
why
face.
did you, like, why?
Yeah, when he turns around
surprised?
And it's on fire and it brings out the big blaze
and
he's
stabs
like,
him.
Ooh. Yeah, dude, what did you expect was going to happen?
Like, is that not intentionally why you did that? I want him to kill me.
These things, like, slaughter everything in this weird puzzle box fucking pyramid. Why are you surprised that he's going to run you through with his big arm blade?
Yeah, no, that's enough on Wayland, I think.
No,
I think
apart from
everybody...
that, Lance Henriksen, always happy to see him. It's Bishop, happy out.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely delighted that. And the character...
nice that I just love the little touch with the pen when he's sitting at the desk.
Yeah.
And that they'd worked it, he managed to work that in.
And the role was written for Lance Henriksen, and he was the first one cast.
Yeah, well, basically, I'd say if he hadn't agreed to it, they wouldn't have had Wayland in it. Yeah,
and I did kind of just shit on the character, but Wayland
is
one of the better characters in the
Hang on,
film.
was it Guy Pearce was Wayland in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say he was probably next on the call list if they couldn't get Lance Henriksen.
Guy Pearce, I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
To at least keep it within... Well, no, he hadn't played him at that point.
No, I thought you just meant because it was an English director.
No, well, he's Australian.
Yeah, but he's used by an awful lot of English directors. And
I was just going with, people who've played Wayland, but yeah, this was 2000 and blip.
This was 2004.
Yeah. And
that pile of shit Prometheus was 2012, 2013.
Was it?
Yes, around then anyway.
Yeah. No, that was just like, people who had played Wayland, forgetting that these movies have come out in different orders to me watching them.
You didn't watch Prometheus before you watched this?
No, I know, but my brain is stupid.
What is wrong with your brain today?
It's very tired.
Fair enough. So it's on me to keep us on track this time.
Yeah.
Well, as opposed to all the other times.
Yeah.
On to the next character then. Stafford. Always a pleasure for us to see Colin Salmon.
Yes.
I love Colin Salmon.
I do love me some Colin Salmon. Colin Salmon with a machine gun, there's something about it because he's so dignified and proper, and then he's going, get some! It's very, very enjoyable. Also, the fact that they're disguised as the briefcases, I love that.
Why did they need to? That was the thing that got me when
somebody had just watched Desperado and couldn't quite get the rocket launcher in.
The reveal of the machine guns being inside the briefcases was completely unnecessary because our main, the only person who...
You looked around that stupid briefcase. Maybe it's
the only person who probably had a problem, who might have had a problem with it, would have been Lex.
Her.
And Lex has already seen one of them with a gun and was okay with it. Now, okay, it wasn't a big assault rifle or anything, but...
Yeah, there's that whole thing of, it's like a condom. I'd rather need it and not have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Now, she puts that handgun to no use.
No, not really.
No, she doesn't Also, I've seen photos of her and whoever decided that blonde pixie cut was a good call for that particular security guard.
Well, there's other issues with hair in this film as well.
But that one in particular, why did you do that to her? Because I genuinely think she looks like Switch from The Matrix.
Yeah.
And maybe they were going for that kind of a look. Because she's in the security detail.
Probably.
Her hair's not the worst.
No, there was worse, and we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, Stafford is...
He's like a PA.
Yeah, he's
like security.
He's like personal assistant / bodyguard for Wayland.
Like driver, lackey.
You get the impression that he's like ultra loyal company man up until the point where he's absolutely not anymore.
Yeah.
There's a point in the film where
he's
just
just
completely
like, no,
switches.
fuck you. Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's like not loyal to him anymore, and he's like, oh, I need to know why this man died. And he's like, because he was
you hadn't had any
history.
qualms about it up until this point. Like, you obviously
And
brought
nothing.
weaponry. Like, I know that they're in a race against time, because he does say, like, Wayland is like, oh, I'm not the only person with satellites, like, it's a race to get there. So, yeah, okay, maybe they were expecting some sort of, like, Indiana Jones-esque standoff over the things, like, but...
It's not so much, my issue isn't so much that Stafford should have expected his people to die, but up to that point, absolutely nothing indicates that Stafford gives a shit about anything other than Wayland and what they're there for. Like, I up to that point, I didn't think he gave a shit about any of the people.
All dramatic, and he's like, one of my men is dead.
It's like, they were your men? They were yours? I didn't realise. I thought they were just fucking hired goons.
Yeah, what? There's no insignia, there's no uniform or anything. Like, honestly, for a good part of it, until I worked out that year one with security, I was just thought she was like one of the archaeologists, because they're all sitting in on this briefing.
They're colour coded.
Oh, are they?
Did you not notice the jackets were colour coded?
Not really.
Yeah, it was like yellow for scientists, grey for security team, and then like orange were supposed to be the drilling team.
Oh, so they use the Atlantis colours.
Well, similar to the colours in other alien films, and in a lot of, they do it in nearly every sci-fi where they colour code the different
Atlantis
sections.
is yellow with science and grey is security, and red then I think is like red, high ups.
Yeah, but
and
that's
blue is medical.
That's just ripping off Star Trek.
I know,
but yeah, it's a very common sci-fi trope. But yeah, no, that's how I kind of copped who was who. Yeah,
because it's like, there's like some drill team and there's something else, and there's loads of people there that you never get a name for. There's like all those guys.
Yeah, I have in my list of characters, there's two more characters to talk about, and then I have the canon fodder.
Yeah.
And that's everybody else. Because the only other two characters we have to talk about are Sebastian and Miller.
Yeah, so
Sebastian is basically the love interest.
He's
the archaeologist.
He's the Daniel Jackson.
Oh, sorry. He's fucking exposition man / the love interest. That's what he is.
Who
is bad at his job.
Yeah, basically. And he's like, he knows all the things, and he knows all the pyramids, and he has this wacky theory about all the pyramids being connected through a shared knowledge, or the fact that
he doesn't have a wacky,
the generally accepted theory that that's the easiest way to get piles of stones.
Oh, we'll definitely get onto that in a bit.
But yeah, he can read hieroglyphs. He's all into all the translating stuff.
He's supposed to be an archaeological wunderkind, basically.
Yeah.
But if you have like the barest amount of knowledge about archaeology,
you don't get thrown off a side like that.
Yeah, well, let's just get through the characters, and then we'll get to our other problems. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, he's archaeology wunderkind. That's going to get them through the pyramid. And supposed love interest, but I don't really care about that side.
No, there's like something there, but it's like, really? Why? Who cares?
And then you come to Miller.
I love Miller!
Yeah, the only smart scientist ever in an alien film.
And I always love Ewan Bremer. Any chance I get to see Ewan Bremer, I'm always fucking happy. I love the fact that they let him use his own accent, because to be perfectly honest, I don't think he can do any other accent.
Yeah.
Because he's from Edinburgh, so it is quite strong. It's very soft though, it's lovely.
No, I do.
His genuine excitement about being there is so sweet.
And he probably has more characterization than anybody else.
Yeah.
And when he one of the first things he does is talk about his kids.
Yeah.
And you think he's going to be...
And he's taking photos of everything.
So you know he's going to die.
Yeah.
But you think, oh, this is just going to be the guy who is nothing but like, he likes his kids, and
he's the first one to break her 3 rules. He wanders off on his own.
Yeah. So again, this guy is absolutely going to die. But he ends up being...
When shit hits the fan, he's like, no, don't touch that.
Yeah, he's sensible about that, about not taking out the weapons. He immediately realizes the importance of it, because when they're asked, what is it? Yeah. He's like, I don't know. And Wayland's like, good thing you brought the experts. And he's like, it
good
is.
Things is.
Because this is like finding Moses' DVD collection.
Yeah, and when they take 2 of them and he runs over to get
he's like, don't touch that.
The 3rd one, because it's going to activate something.
Or don't take that. One or the other.
Don't take that. But he's like, you don't... No touchy!
Yeah, don't touch that shit.
But that thing where it came from, we're so happy. But he is the one who, for a lot of it, is kind of the voice of sensibility as they get more and more divided up.
Yeah, he's the other sensible voice that's not Lex.
Yeah.
And I do quite like the stuff they have with him and...
Verhoeven,
Tommy Flanagan's character, where he's supposed to be the hard-ass Marine who's giving him shit. And then when shit hits the fan, he's the one who's trying to, like, he's getting him to calm down. He's like, do you have kids? And he's like, yeah, I've got a son. He's like, well, I have two. And they're the people we have to get back to. So, like, sort your shit out. And I like the sort your shit out aspect of his character.
Yeah. And Verheiden is named for the original creator of the AVP
comics
books.
Yes. That's all kind of, not the main characters, but probably the characters you spend the most of the time with in the film. That's
kind of the ones you get named.
And then, in canon...
You don't really care about the rest of them.
Yeah, in canon fodder, I have cut-rate Daniel Jackson.
Oh, who's his mate with the glasses?
Sebastian's mate with the glasses.
Yeah, who's in the chamber.
An even shittier archaeologist. You have Who's That Girl, which is the blonde girl we were talking about. Yeah. Because
Tank girl.
You spent most of the time going, who the fuck is she? She's in the same room with cut-rate Daniel Jackson where they get face-huggered. Tommy Flanagan's hair.
Oh god, it's an entity of its own. Who the fuck found that?
And the rest.
Who?
Well, hang on. And the rest. Now, back to Tommy Flanagan's hair. Wait, who else did you want to include separately apart from Cut-Rate Daniel Jackson? Who's that girl, Tommy Flanagan's hair?
You've got the Russian drilling team.
So my and the rest wasn't specific enough. You want to include Russian drilling team. And they're not. They're non-specific Eastern European drilling team.
Yeah, but one of them has one or two like really funny moments. And I can't remember which one it is because they're all large and burly.
The only one I remember is the one who slides down the hole at the end of them all getting slaughtered. So that's why I just had and the rest.
Yeah, there's a
bunch of ones who get killed down in the pyramid and I have no recollection of them in the film either. They're the other security team. One of my men got killed. I have no idea who that was supposed to be.
For the amount of aliens versus the amount of humans that were available...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more aliens.
Yeah, there's way more aliens than there were humans available.
Didn't take enough care to count it because it was only on the second watch through that I was thinking about it. But
there is always way more aliens than there is.
Oh yeah, I mean more aliens is good, but yeah, I'm pretty sure more aliens appeared than there were people to have aliens come out of. But that was the characters.
There's 20 of them, apparently.
20 characters?
Yeah, not included. Oh, no.
Yeah, but like a good 7 or 8 of them get ripped apart on the surface by the predators, so they couldn't become aliens.
Yeah.
And the only ones that I can think of that get taken are...
So, you've got Lex, Sebastian, Wayland, Miller, Stafford, Verheiden, who are your main guys. Connors? Don't know who that is.
Connors is the first one to get taken by the aliens. The only ones that I can remember getting taken...
Oh, is he the one that gets taken by the Predator when he loops it up over his head because they've taken the guns?
He's the first one that gets taken by the aliens before when he falls down into the hole. He's like, Verheiden, help me, as the thing slams shut, and then he gets taken away. Yeah. So he gets taken, Verheiden gets taken, Miller gets taken, and later on Sebastian gets taken. They're the only 4 that I can remember getting taken by aliens.
Russo gets face hugged.
Oh, sorry, and then there's the 2 at the start who get face hugged. Russo and Cut-Rate Daniel Jackson.
And then there's...
So that's 6 aliens.
Then there's Quinn, Stone, Base, Klaus, Mikael, Bars, Sven, and Juan.
All of those except for the first 2 get destroyed up top.
They're all the Russian...
miners.
Yeah, drilling.
So the first 2 are part of the... And at least 2 or 3 of the security guys get ripped apart by predators.
Yeah.
So as far as I can see, there should only be 6 aliens max. And I'm pretty sure in one shot there's about 8 of them.
I'm pretty sure when they're freeing the Queen, there's like a shitload of them.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, you've just got the fact that you've got Tom Woodruff Jr., who is our xenomorph.
Yes. And did some of the creature effects on it.
And then Ian White as
who is all the predators.
Who's the predator. And for once as well, the predator is all in proportion. He doesn't have the stupid big head.
Yeah, that's a problem that I have with most predator films.
I think Ian White's 7'1". So, and he's a big man. No, he is a big slab of a man.
I think they bulked up the suits on the predators as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that's always the problem is you've got this head covered in prosthetic alien face and then you have to put a helmet over that. So it always makes the predator's head look way too big.
It did get particularly bad in some of them where the head looked very out of proportion.
Prey, it looks great.
Prey looks good. Predators is really dodgy.
There was one of the... Because there's a couple of different type of predators in that, but one of them looked ridiculous. In this, they were very like late 90s, early 2000s, extreme because they're covered in like spikes and bones and things like that, but the head is proportional to the body.
Yeah,
so I'm okay with that.
He's not got weedy arms and the big mad like coconut head going on. Because sometimes they really did just have these big bobble heads.
Yeah.
Like, and they actually sometimes, when you could get, remember when bobbleheads were a thing?
Yeah.
And the Predator ones just look
like more or less normal.
But yeah, he's 7'1" and he is a big slab of a man.
Yeah.
So anything you're going to put on him is going to look in proportion as well, because he doesn't have to wear like the silly big shoes or...
Yeah. But... And actually,
he was also the last engineer in Prometheus.
Oh, well, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so that actually is, he is a giant of a man.
Oh, yeah, he's huge. And speaking of giants of men, Arnie was offered to reprise his role for a cameo in this.
He was going to do it if he didn't win the election to be governor of California.
But he did, yeah. But he did.
He was going to come back and just do a little cameo as Dutch at the very, very end.
Did we actually get onto Tommy Flanagan's hair, by the way?
No, we didn't.
So, Tommy Flanagan's hair in this film is ridiculous.
It looks...
just look it up. Just look it up. It is ridiculous. It is so distracting from the second you see him.
There's a couple of things. Tommy Flanagan also has an incredibly strong Scottish accent. However, in this they've given an American accent. But I think it would have... No, I understood they were probably like, we can't have two Scottish people.
Maybe they just went, right, toss up which one of you two can do a better American accent.
Yeah.
And whichever one gets it has to do it.
Because him shouting at people in that accent and with his lovely Glaswegian smile, that would have been... I would have liked to have seen
I'll put your head up your ass. It's like, that's not Tommy Flanagan. Who the fuck are you?
No,
with your hair and your pretend Tommy Flanagan voice.
And the hair, I just don't understand what's happening with the hair. It's very early 2000s boy band.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, it's one step below the Justin Timberlake ramen noodle hair. Do you remember when he had the bleach tips and it was curly?
It's like they tried to do bleach tips, but his hair wouldn't take it, and it went that shitty orange colour.
Yeah, he left some sun in and didn't go out in the sun for long enough. It's just so bad, and I don't understand because he's not ginger.
I know. You know, we're like near 40 minutes into this record, and early on we said that we really enjoyed this film. We've done nothing but more or less shit on it for the whole time.
It's really stupid fun action, but there's some shit in it that's just weird.
Well, also, we spent the first time talking about characters, and the writing is fucking far and away the worst thing in this film.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't watch this. This is
no,
going to
but
Transformers for the story. I'm not going to watch giant robots smash each other.
Okay, but I still, like, that's fine. And you know, we are both, like, some of the first people to be like, popcorn movies are fine. I don't expect super deep characters. And I still love this film, even though the characters are pants and the writing is pants. But some of the lines in it are so fucking bad. I expect at least competent writing in my popcorn films. And there are times where this is past it. And that's kind of where I wanted to talk about the whole Paul W.S. Anderson. When he writes... Like, I was looking at his filmography. And he's got some good films. He's got some not so good films. And
he has something... Colin Salmon did something to him in a past life.
Oh, Sliced Salmon.
Sliced Salmon.
Well, this role was written for Colin Salmon as well.
Yeah, so what did he do to him?
I don't think the role was written for Colin Salmon.
But the
so
death
much as the death was. I had so much fun slicing Colin Salmon up in Resident Evil. I want to do it again.
Cubed.
Yeah.
You have 30 minutes to move your cube.
Well, I think that is a little director's nod to, hey, this is like in Resident Evil.
Yeah,
because this film is full of Easter eggs and references to
everything.
Well, earlier films of his own, but mostly Alien and Predator films.
Yeah. There is lots of bits where it's like when the red lights filter through things in a laser, it is very much like in Alien when they find the initial egg room.
Yeah.
And it's the lasers that they borrowed off The Who because they were filming a video next door.
Yeah.
The green lasers, so there's a lot of mirroring of that.
But yeah, on the writing, a curious thing occurred to me when we were watching the second time, and we were discussing how bad the writing was, and I was like, hang on a second. I was like, when he writes and directs, they're not great, in my opinion.
But when he just directs and he's been given the script?
Okay, Event Horizon is his best film, in my opinion.
Yes.
And Event Horizon is the only one of his films that he didn't write the story or the screenplay or have anything to do really with the writing process. He's not credited as a writer for this, but he is credited as screenplay. And nearly all of his other films he's credited as a writer for. But Event Horizon has good characters. It has a great story. It's well written as far as I'm concerned. But it is written by Philip Eisner, I want to say. Somebody Eisner.
I'm going to go with Philip Eisner. Hang on, I'm in Soldier. Let me get to Event Horizon.
One of our...
Philip Eisner.
Yeah, one of our favourite Paul Anderson films was written by Philip Eisner, and it's pretty much the only one with good writing. Philip Eisner also wrote the worst film that we have ever reviewed on this podcast, which is Mutant Chronicles. So I found that one to be quite funny.
He also wrote Sweet Girl, which is that Jason Momoa.
I haven't watched that, so I can't comment on it. But yeah, I just found that funny that the guy who wrote Mutant Chronicles...
Yeah, he wrote Mutant Chronicles.
The guy who wrote Mutant Chronicles wrote Paul W.S. Anderson's best film. And that cracked me up. But yeah, the dialogue in this film is just pure garbage. But that's not why we're watching it.
No.
Let's talk about some of the things we enjoyed then.
It's a damn good alien film.
It's a damn good alien film, with the small exception that the aliens don't actually kill anybody.
No humans die by like alien death.
Yeah.
Like in they obviously die when
facehuggers,
chest bursters.
Yeah, but the actual aliens.
But the aliens
themselves
just isn't the standard alien chomping through the head with the pharyngeal jaw. That's Amore.
It does look like it happens a couple of times, but yeah, anybody who gets attacked by the aliens
they make the noise, but then we see them later on in the chamber, all stuck up on the wall.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it is. I think it's a good alien film. It's definitely better than 3. It's definitely better than Resurrection.
I'm always happy to see a queen too.
Oh yeah, the Queen looks amazing.
I love me a queen. Always happy to see one. You got to see a bit of her in Aliens, and that whole sequence at the end of Aliens with the Queen is one of the best bits of cinema history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the cheering.
Yeah, and another thing, he resisted the temptation to use any sort of resemblance of "Get away from her, you bitch."
Yes, well done.
There was nothing like that.
Yeah, that got such a massive cheer. We went to see it live with the full orchestra.
Yes.
And when they got to that moment, there was like a
there's always cheering. There's always cheering. If you're in a crowd and you're watching Aliens, there has to be cheering when she says, "Get away from her, you bitch."
Yes.
But yeah, thinking about that, I would never, of all the moments in this that are references, and like I said, he easily could have thrown in a very obvious reference to "Get away from her, you bitch." There is the "You're one ugly mother" that gets cut off, but that's PG-13. But that's Predator. And again, I'm fine with that. That's like, if it bleeds, we can kill it. All the moments that are fan service or Easter eggs in this, I would actually say are done quite well, and none of them are pandering. No,
it's all very, very neatly tucked in. I'm completely obsessed with the design of the pyramid itself.
Well, that's one thing that Paul Anderson does.
Oh my god,
amazingly well. Is his sets. His sets are always fucking class.
I'm completely obsessed with the sculpture done in the different styles, with the face huggers built into the finials, all of that stuff. I just think it's absolutely stunning. I think that they didn't do what they normally do, which is just throw aliens at you. Like, there's a reasonable amount of them. You get to see the one that gets out of the net. You do see a couple of times.
Yeah, so you know, this is the one who's managed to kill the Predator now, so you can kind of, because otherwise they all look exactly the same.
Yeah, they seem to be reacting. There's one or two bits though where they react in a really weird way. There's a total clever girl moment in the tunnels where it's like, it's not a raptor.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that bit kind of, I was like, oh, okay. And then when they're leaving, when they're trying to get out of the tunnel and get onto the sled, her and the Predator.
Oh, the rocket sled.
And they turn around.
The Olympic rocket sled.
And they turn around and there's just 4 of them waiting there like, surprise!
Yeah.
And it's like, no! That bit that annoyed me. Because they're literally just like, hello. And it's like, they're not dinosaurs. This isn't Jurassic Park. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Jurassic Park, but these aren't raptors, and you're making aliens act like raptors.
Speaking of Jurassic Park, the Queen was animatronic, and the most complicated animatronic ever made. Way more, and was like twice the weight or twice as complicated as the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Bear in mind the T-Rex broke down a lot.
Yeah.
No, she didn't get doused in water like the T-Rex did, because that's what broke it.
No, but she did get doused in acidic blood.
I'm just amazed the Queens last that long.
Well, she seems to have been in some sort of cryogenic.
Also, the fact that they have to stand on that one little pressure plate to set off the whole fucking thing.
Well, I mean, maybe there's other pressure plates, and that's the only one they set off. Do you want a movie full of aliens killing people?
I do.
You have to accept that one pressure plate is okay.
But they're like, it starts up and heat bloom and blah, 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 blah. Then have some sort of laser or something. You clearly had the technology back there instead of depending on them standing on this one thing to trigger it.
But
like, they're already monitoring them from space going in. It was just one of those things where I was like, that requires somebody to stand on that. And if that doesn't happen, Are they going to stand on it themselves as they go in and be like, stamp the thing?
Probably, yeah. Well, I mean, by the same token, the Predators had no way of knowing anybody was actually going to show up to that fucking pyramid.
Yeah, that was just...
They could have just shown up and been like, oh, there's no people here, and the
just go and kidnap some people.
Yeah, just go and kidnap some people and chuck them down the hole. But again, to have the movie, these things have to happen. So.
I know.
And this film has enough problems without us creating ones.
Yeah, like having people in Mayan headdresses in Antarctica.
Well, I mean, again, maybe that's how they did, obviously. Well, there we are.
They stole people.
We've answered our own question. If nobody shows up, they go off and they nab people.
Yeah.
But, no, we're supposed to talk things we liked about the film, Ciara. Things we liked. Yeah, no, set design, well, we mentioned it, it's class. It's always class when it's Paul W.S. Anderson.
I like the puzzle box.
Yeah, but even just the little attention to detail where you have like these cool things that some of them look like Mayan.
I know the gods, the way they'd have like their jaguar god and stuff like that. It's very cubey.
Yeah, or even like they have like calendars, and in the center of it, where there would normally be a Mayan god, they have like a stylized predator, and you see like
the gold predator on when they're having the whole conversation when it's him and her stuck in the little gold room and they're watching what's going on.
Yeah,
and it's the first time they see the predator without his face mask on, and they get to see his little pug face. Oh, his little pug face is so cute.
So, what did I say at the start of this fucking...
Sorry.
No. Just that if anybody could find horrible things cute, like a facehugger, it's you. And you were like, facehuggers aren't cute. Oh no, that one was cute. And now you're saying the predator is cute.
His little eyes and then his little nose. If you took out the crab bits, he looks like a pug.
I know, they look like a race of... I don't know what a normal one is supposed to look like, but that thing looks inbred to me.
Yeah, they do have a touch of that going on, don't they?
Yeah.
Again, pug. That's what happens when you genetically modify corn too much.
Oh, that's a very different record.
But when they're doing that thing and they're watching him and they're talking about it and he's like, it is an initiation ritual, yada, yada, yada. You know, this is their manhood trials. And there's the big gold plaque behind them.
Yeah.
The predator relief on that is ridiculous looking. Because of the way the fangs come in.
The mandibles.
It looks like a butthole. It really does.
It's an alien goatsy.
It is.
It looks like an alien goatsy with eyes.
It's yeah. In the gold it doesn't work, but in everywhere else it does. Also the way that with the way the sets are designed and the predators when they're observing the humans.
Yeah. And
there's a brilliant bit where one is panned over. And then they come back to him because of how stylized the statues are, and the aliens are the same. They've been like sitting tucked up like grotesques watching everything as well. Yeah.
There are a couple of really nice shots where the alien is there before
anybody notices
before even you realise it. You think like that where there's statues and stuff. And
that one actually when he has just before that sequence where they're stuck and they're watching him, the one that's up behind him before it comes down the wall.
Yeah. The score actually is great in this as well.
Yes.
The score is really good.
Real good music in this one.
And I was reading in the trivia that Alan Silvestri and somebody else wanted to work together on it, but the other composer died before they could get the chance to.
Because Alan Silvestri, I believe, did the original Predator theme tune. Which is so funny, because when you say Alan Silvestri, everyone goes, oh, Forrest Gump. Well,
I mean, this is the thing about Hollywood composers. There's only like 6 of them.
No, there's a lot more now.
No, but like, you know what I mean?
Back then.
Well, no, but even nowadays, in comparison with, say, Hollywood directors or Hollywood scriptwriters, you know what I mean? There's like hundreds of them.
Yeah, there's like the new generation coming up now. Like you have Bear McLeod, you've
So for these guys make fucking shitloads of films. They make shitloads of films. They don't just do. He does like, you know, Alan Silvestri doesn't just do fancy dramas like Forrest Gump. He does fucking everything.
Oh yeah, no, they all do.
And no, the score in this is great. I think the 3 probably strongest points in this would be set design / creatures.
Yes.
The action and the score.
Yeah, well, because they have one guy playing the Predator.
Yeah.
So I think they made something like 18 full body suits, and then all the personalization is done through the armor and the helmets.
Yeah.
So it was easy for him then for them to change out.
Armor sets, yeah.
And he didn't have to get all the way in and all the way out of a bodysuit, which I'd say was very much appreciated.
And they tried to use as little CGI as possible, and the film still holds up. There's only one really dodgy shot when they're walking into the pyramid.
Yeah.
But that is actually supposed to be a nod to Alien when they're walking into the...
the original...
The original... The engineer's ship.
Yeah, when they're walking in through the giant vagina.
Yeah, but that looks almost the same. So I just thought that was just bad green screening, but I think it's intentional.
Yeah, it probably is, because everything else in it does look pretty good. There's some... Fire is one of those ones that's really hard to put in and not have it look stupid.
No, I didn't think the fire looked too bad. Yeah, it's not great coming up the tube.
No, but fire is one of those ones that will stand out for being a bit pants looking if it's not done, because you can see the cut edges on it more than anything else.
Yeah. That's... I don't want to say that's all the things that I liked about the film. But I fear it might be. Like... No,
I like her whole team up with the Predator. I like...
Yes, that pissed off a lot of people, but I actually quite enjoy that. Because it makes sense within the context of the movie and within the context of the other things we've seen from Predator.
He's like, oh, okay, you saved it in front of me. Now, fair fucks her. He's lying there being all like, I just got beat up by a Predator, and she's got him on the end
Alien.
of it. Whatever. Like holding him up on a toothpick with it going at her face. It's so funny.
But more importantly, she's just been told that this is an initiation rite, that they have to kill an alien to be considered an adult in their society, and she's just gone and done that in front of him.
Yes.
So yeah, it makes sense, and like as I say, in the context of the film, it totally makes sense. Even in the context of the other Predator films, it makes sense because
people got real mad that it was like breaking the Predator code or whatever. And
not that it wasn't that. It was the fact that the Predator killed some supposedly unarmed people, but they had already shot at him.
Yeah. And then the guy at the bottom of who falls down the tunnel, it's viewed as a mercy kill because he's already dying of his wounds. But like he can't survive and he won't be able to get assistance. Like, so it's just being. I was going to say doing the human thing.
But I wouldn't have an issue with how they killed him because that makes sense. But when he first runs into the room and comes across a Predator hiking up bodies to hang them upside down, he doesn't do anything. He tries to run away and the Predator tries to attack him.
Yeah.
That's the unprovoked attack.
Yeah, he tries to leave. He does get a gun later.
But this film, I'm pretty sure this film is more concerned with lore and being faithful to aliens rather than predators. And I mean, Paul W.S. Anderson more or less admitted as much when he said that
it's more of an alien film.
Yeah.
And you can tell with the
one alien takes out two predators.
Yes. But the very first opening shot of it, of the satellite coming up into view, is an alien queen head.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, straight away, you're like, ooh, Queenie.
Yeah.
Also, side note with the Queen, that whole egg conveyor belt thing just looked disgusting and squishy.
I don't think it's supposed to look nice, to be honest with you.
But, like,
one of the things I feel that we especially have to talk about in this film is that ancient alien bullshit.
Oh, aliens.
That is some ancient alien bullshit and it can fuck right off. I know it serves the film, but I just... fuck ancient alien theory.
Yeah.
Fuck all the way off. If you believe that aliens helped us build the pyramid or aliens helped us build anything, just fuck off. No.
It belittles human accomplishment.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It absolutely belittles the amazing accomplishments of these ancient civilizations that they could do that. Like,
thank fuck they've never come here and done that, because we do have some shit that's incredibly old in this country that we built as a nomadic community, but which in and of itself is like, if you think Stonehenge is oppressive, come over here.
But that's what they're like. Oh, how can something so old? You know, how could they possibly track the stars and have it so that this thing illuminates? There was
nothing else to look at in the dark.
Well, I like, listen, just because you don't know how to do it, buddy, doesn't mean that they didn't know how to do it.
But also, every sailor, even in modern times, is taught to navigate by stars.
Yeah.
We know what the seasons are by, where the plough is in the sky. It's really, really, really fucking important.
Yeah, especially
just to civilization.
Back then. Yeah.
Because you have to know when, especially for the starving agricultural society as well, you need to know when to plant, when to harvest.
Pre-agricultural societies, way back, we would have known all about the movements of the stars and how to find our way around through them, and things like how long the days were at different parts of the year. So by the time we actually got
definitely knew that, because all of our monuments are lined up to either the solstice or the equinox.
But that's my point. By the time we actually got to an agricultural society where we might start building these things, it would have been common knowledge for anybody how to read the stars, how to read what
This
season
is like the
we were
Roman
in.
cement thing again.
So, kinda. But basically, yeah, fuck off with your ancient alien bullshit. Even if it is for the purposes of this Alien versus Predator film. Just, no, fuck off.
Yeah, no, it is. It just completely undermines human civilization and development and these incredible exploits.
Yeah, and if you believe the ancient astronaut or ancient alien theories, like, don't even at us. Because we will not engage with you. Stop listening.
I will bombard you with memes of him.
No, I won't even engage with you. Just stop listening and go away with your bullshit.
Anyway.
Moving on. Why was this film PG-13?
That
was some bullshit too. That was some bullshit
development.
too. And anytime they mention, like, in IMDb or anything that it's PG-13, they're like, oh, an unrated cut was released with 8 extra minutes of footage. There's like a couple of bits of blood and a motherfucker. That's it.
Yeah.
PG-13 was not the way
It
to
was
go
shot
with this
in
film.
PG-13. It's not like Event Horizon, which was shot as an R-rated and cut down, and then
Well, that was still released as an R-rated.
yeah, but a lot of it was cut out and then deleted and lost, so we never got the true director's cut. Whereas he said for this is what he wanted people to see. This isn't like Event Horizon where he wanted to put more in and they just couldn't because they didn't save the footage.
There were kind of rumours at the time that this was
they were all
heavily
fan
cut down.
stars.
Yeah, but by the time this came out,
it's still nearly 2 hours.
yeah, no, that's with the 8 extra minutes. But by the time this came out, Event Horizon would have had a bit of a cult following, so you can understand why people would think, oh yeah, it's the Event Horizon guy. That film got cut to shit. This is an AVP film that's now PG-13. Obviously, it got cut to shit again.
But we also know that
didn't
Paul
happen to him.
W.S. Anderson can do silly, non-gory violence because he did Mortal fucking Kombat.
Yeah.
Which has the best theme tune of any movie ever. I will fight you on that.
Yeah.
But like this for me falls more into the Mortal Kombat vein.
Oh, absolutely.
I want all the snacks and all the drinks and I'm going to get myself cozy and I'm going to watch this and rip the piss out of it, but have a damn good time doing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But speaking of similarities between Event Horizon and this...
I just have Mortal Kombat playing in my head now.
That's fine. Yeah, this didn't get cut to shit like Event Horizon, but it did have the shortest production and post-production film.
Yeah, well, we all know
year.
Paul W.S. Anderson can also do that.
Yeah,
because Event Horizon was like, what, a year?
I can't remember how short. I think Event Horizon was 10 months start to finish.
Yeah, this was in and around.
It was a bit longer, but he knew going into it that's how much time he had. He didn't suddenly get a call one week going, hey, you've only got like a week left to edit this thing, even though you're supposed to have 6.
How much stuff is done practical in camera, they use the time well. So instead of spending, because I think that was the problem that they ran into with Event Horizon, was so much of it had to be done in post-production.
Yeah.
So having a lot of stuff be animatronic and in camera, it meant it was just like clean up and you could actually see it. Whereas they were waiting and waiting and waiting to get the finals of these massive CGI shots. Yeah. Yeah. And that probably helped an awful lot with his time frame.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else, good or bad, that you'd like to discuss about this film?
I'm still trying to work out how the Queen got out there before they did. I know you're like, oh, she went passing out the tunnel, but they went out the only door.
The pyramid moves every 10 minutes. Fuck you.
Yeah. Also, that's the whole bit where they
Those are 2 options, by the way. You can pick whichever one you want.
Also, that's the whole bit when they're like trying to get out and get to the rocket sled.
Yeah.
And they turn around and the 4 aliens are just like,
hello. We've been waiting here conveniently.
Like, it really does. They look like they're little kids waiting. And it just reminds me of the Jurassic World when the raptors, that stupid arsehole, I've forgotten his name, he ruined dinosaurs for me. He just made raptors shit.
What?
Chris something?
He's hardly responsible for it.
No, but I am going to blame him.
Okay, fair enough. He
I don't like him anyway, so I'm just going to blame him.
Pratt by name, Pratt by nature.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, in the start of Jurassic World where he's like, no! And he's trying to get them all to stay back and they're like testing him. That's what the 4 aliens reminded me of. Every time I look at that now, it's just they're all kind of like, hello!
Yeah, no, I didn't get that, thankfully.
No, it just, there's just something about the 4 of them waiting that's like, hi!
I can get past that. What I don't think I can get past is the amount of tiger roars that come out of the predators in this film.
Why does he? And it's not even run through, like, it's not even distorted or something like that. You know, the way, like, all the lion roars in The Lion King are Frank Welker and a trash can.
Yeah.
Like, and in Beauty, I'm going to use a load of Disney because I know all the Disney ones. Like Beauty and the Beast, his thing is like a mash of a couple of different animals.
Yeah, it's just a roar.
This is literally just rawr. And
My
it's
issue,
really stereotypical.
my issue isn't
rawr.
even that they don't put any effects on the roar.
They click!
There's less predator clicks in this film than there are tiger roars by a wide margin.
But predators click!
Yeah, and they only click like twice in this, and one of them is directly before a roar.
Yeah.
So
why do they roar? Why do they roar in this?
Why do they roar so much? It's just the amount that you hear.
It's really funny because it's not like rawr, it's rawr. It's like high speed tiger. Like, it's weird. It's very bizarre choice. Very bizarre Foley choice.
It was. I have a couple of bits before we wrap up. Mostly trivia. First of which being, there's a ton of trivia for this on IMDb.
Yeah.
A load of repeats and a load of like useless stuff. So IMDb sorts your shit out so that I don't have to. One of the things I thought was cool was this is the second film of Paul Anderson's to be set in the same universe as a Ridley Scott film.
What was the first one?
Soldier.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Soldier is set in the same universe as Blade Runner.
I love Soldier too. I think it's great. Kurt Russell says like 2 words in it, but that whole bit where he drops down out of the rafters and he snacks the snake's neck.
Yeah. No, it's just in this. It's just that it's in the same. That's in the same universe as Blade Runner, and this is obviously in the same universe as Aliens.
Yeah.
And Alien and fucking Prometheus.
And apparently Predator.
Yeah, there's tons of trivia of like Easter eggs and stuff throughout the film. I'm not going to list them all off. You probably copped a lot of them if you're an Alien or a Predator fan as well. Oh, there was 1 or 2 cool things that I was like, I definitely want to talk about those. Oh yeah. The Predator is the first left-handed Predator. So as a lefty, I'm like, woo, lefty Predator.
Yeah, he's a kid though. He would have been beaten here.
Predator Society is obviously a lot more forgiving of left-handed people than Irish Society was. That was one. I think the only other one that I wanted to talk about was the fact that, well, Ridley Scott hates this fucking film. Cameron talked shit about it for quite a while and then actually watched it and now says that it's his 3rd favourite Alien film. So he agrees with us.
Yeah.
So fuck all the haters.
Yeah. And yeah, I would respect Cameron for that, for turning around and going, you know what? Yeah, no, you did good considering he's promised us Avatar how long ago?
And there's enough nods to, I'd say there's more nods to Aliens than any other Alien or Predator film.
Yeah. And also my favourite piece of random trivia was that the alien head did not stop dripping the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
It just dripped goo constantly, so they had to keep a bucket underneath it.
Yeah.
It's just ill.
But I think before we wrap up, I have a little quiz for you.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not really a quiz. Well, the first question is, did you read my notes?
No.
Grant, then this quiz is called That's Not How That Works.
Oh, no. Oh, side note before we go into the quiz, the Piper Maru, the boat that they go in on is a nod to the X-Files.
Yes.
The episode where they actually find the black goo that becomes the basis of the first film because it's an alien entity.
Yes.
The boat in that is called the Piper Maru.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's not how that works.
Oh God.
Well, remember earlier we talked about how crap of an archaeologist Sebastian was?
Bad archaeology in this.
4 of the 5 questions are about his bad archaeology or bad things that Sebastian does. So we'll go with the first one that's not to do with Sebastian, and that's not how maths/angles work. What am I talking about in this film?
Oh, they keep saying that they used a metric system when they don't. It's decimal.
That's half of the answer. That's the math half of the answer.
Oh, is this about it's 2,000 feet underground and it's a perfect 30-degree angle, but it's not directly underneath the mining village. It should be about 4,000 feet to like the left and or right, depending on what way the tunnel went in.
More or less correct on both counts.
It's not under the village. It's a 30-degree. Yeah, it's supposed to be about 200 to 300 feet, like.
They say the pyramid is directly beneath the mining village, and then when they go down to the pyramid, they use a tunnel that has been cut at a 30-degree angle.
And they state that is a perfect 30-degree angle. That starts in the mining village because it takes a big chunk out of the building.
Yeah, so it can't be directly beneath. And yeah, for the maths, they switch between. He says metric where he means decimal.
Yeah. Also, on that note, why would
That's going to be another question.
Okay.
Right, question number 2. That's not how archaeology works. It's not a question, I know, but...
Well, you don't get thrown off a dig like that for not finding anything. You have to submit a report.
Yes.
And most archaeologists work on the same dig site for fucking seasons after seasons after seasons because they keep finding more and more stuff. You don't just, like, rock up and be like, oh, you only found a Pepsi cap, fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm going to go and get more money. That's not the... No!
Yeah. So our introduction to Sebastian is him on a dig in Mexico, and this, like, you know, somebody from the Antiquities Museum comes up to him and says, you haven't found enough stuff, fuck off, we're bringing in another team.
Yeah.
And he says, no, but I can go and get more money. And none of that is how archaeology works.
No, you get a license, you get a permit to dig for a season in a location.
And if you haven't found enough stuff, you don't dig there anymore. They don't bring in a different team.
Yeah, if you can get like 2 or 3, but if they find that if they're like, oh, you're only digging holes now for no reason, they're not going to give you a permit to dig the next season, or they might give it to another team who has a credible theory who's looking to like search somewhere else on the site. They don't just get people away. Like, he clearly found something, but it's buried under sand.
Yeah, like he's at an entranceway.
Yeah, let him go the rest of the way in.
So yeah, that's not how archaeology works.
That is not how archaeology works.
You are 2 for 2, Ciara. So
also cameras. There should have been more documentation of everything going on.
True. Question 3. That's not how cattle work.
What cattle? There's cattle? Was there cattle?
There was cattle referenced.
Oh yeah, no, we don't do that to cattle.
Yeah, Sebastian refers to humans. He says, "Oh, we are like cattle to them."
No, they're not.
Yeah, we don't use cattle to
incubate our young.
To incubate another life form that we will then hunt. We eat cattle.
Yeah, we
Predators do not eat us. Xenomorphs do not eat us. There is nothing.
And even the parasitic life forms that we have that like lay their eggs and things, like there's a type of wasp that does caterpillars, and they eat them on from the inside out. They don't just burst out and leave you to die.
But yeah, nothing about how we use cattle or how cattle exists is anything remotely like that situation.
No. We're chattel.
What?
We could be chattel to them. That would be a more apt description than cattle.
Or toys. We're toys to them. Or tools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that they can breed the perfect... but we are not cattle to them.
No.
No, we are not.
No.
Question number 4, and the one that I
Although you can milk us.
Well, yeah. You can milk anything with nipples.
Yeah. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
It's the only time we'll probably ever reference that film. Yeah, okay, so the question number 4, and the one that I was trying to get you to shut up about before you answered it, was that's not how calendars work.
That is not how calendars work. Why would predators use our dating system? And he's like, oh, it's 10/10/2004. But if the original one was like, he says it's dated to 100 years previous, so why are you touching the day and the month? You'd only have to move the century dial?
I'll give it to you. The issue that I had was that he was like, this is the Mayan calendar. It's set for 100 years ago. It's 10/10.
Also, why would the Mayans... why would any civilization, apart from our own, use a Gregorian calendar dating situation?
There you go. He's talking about a Mayan calendar and how this thing is set using a Mayan calendar, and it's set for 10/10/1904, and the 10/10 makes sense because the Mayans used a metric system. But why on earth would they use a Gregorian calendar date in their Mayan calendar?
Why would it happen to be this date as well?
None of that makes sense.
None of it makes sense.
And that is not how calendars work. Calendars work according to their own reference for time and not according to other calendars' references for time.
And only work on this planet because of the length of our days.
And as a curveball of a last question, that's not how that works, but that's not who does human sacrifices.
Oh, not the fucking Egyptians anyway.
Yes, Egyptians did not practice human sacrifice.
No. Human sacrifice was very much what would be considered a New World thing.
Well, happened in ancient civilizations.
Well, when I say that use the term New World, it's like when you know the way they refer to New World monkeys.
Yes.
That kind of way, a New World civilization, as in it may have been alive and blooming, but it was only discovered.
Can I help you out?
Yes.
Mesoamerican civilizations is the term you want to use.
Thank you.
Mesoamerican civilizations tend. There is evidence for it in really early civilizations like pre-Sumerian, in around the cradle of civilization. But once you start to get into agricultural societies in Europe and Africa and Asia, there is a definitive movement away from that.
Of it in stories like you have Abraham sacrificing his son in the Bible.
Yeah.
You've got Thingy who offed his daughter in Troy.
Yeah. But again, both of
which
those,
pisses off his
but
wife.
both of those acts are seen to be bad things.
Yeah.
Abraham doesn't actually.
No.
And
he gets stopped at the last moment. However, Job.
And Agamemnon gets punished for doing it.
In Judaism, you get a lot of ritual sacrifice, but it's
goats.
Scapegoats.
It's animals.
Yeah, the same.
That's common in many cultures.
Well, that's where the phrase scapegoat comes from.
Yeah.
It's the goat, it's the animal that takes on your burden or your sin and has the sacrifice on your behalf. Yeah. There's always been ritual sacrifice of bulls, in particular, in certain cultures.
Yeah.
We have it in Ireland. You had it in Greek culture as well. You had it particularly in Minoan.
Most importantly,
but humans know.
Importantly, the Egyptians did not sacrifice humans.
No, they did sometimes bury their staff.
There is some theories that some of the earliest kings did get buried with other nobles or high-ranking officials, but it was seen as an honour.
Yeah, you're all as
were the other human sacrifices. But it died out very quickly, and any evidence of it died out very quickly. And the only reason they think that is because of the statuettes that later tombs held.
Oh, the Ushpati.
Yeah, the Ushpati. No, do you know the only religion that practices human sacrifice?
Catholicism.
You got it in one.
Oh yeah, cannibalism and vampirism right there on day one.
And it's only Catholicism because Protestants believe in transubstantiation rather than consubstantiation. So Catholics are literally eating the blood and body of Christ every week, and Christ is a human. So Catholics practice human sacrifice, not ancient Egyptians.
Yes. Oh no, then you've also got cultures that would have had ritualistic consumption of flesh as a way of honouring the dead.
But that's cannibalism. That's not human sacrifice. And that's it. You got 5 for 5.
Woohoo!
In our first ever, not really a quiz.
No, not really a quiz. But I remember when we were watching, they were like, oh yeah, the ancient Egyptians used to practice human sacrifice. And you and me both were like, no, they didn't.
I don't think they did. And then, I went and looked it up and we were in fact correct.
Like, hang on, no?
So, yes, perhaps a little bit more effort in your fact checking.
Because we're going to be pedantic as fuck.
Yeah, I still love this film.
Oh yeah, no, that's the point. Is I enjoy this film so much that I'm going to pick apart the bits that I haven't paid attention to before.
We mostly shit on this film, but like I said at the start, I would every time, hands down, if you said, Niall, which do you want to watch, AVP or Prometheus? I would say get Prometheus, fuck it out the window, and put on AVP.
Yeah,
every time.
It is silly fun. Like if you ignore the bad dialogue and the bad writing and are just there to watch monsters. Eating the lives out of each other. Especially that fucking brilliant bit where the Predator's got the alien by the foot. Why not the tail?
Why the foot? Tail. Is it
No, he's gone by the foot. And he's just swinging him around through the columns and out through the wall. Brilliant.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's probably the thing we talked about the least, but that's because the action in this is top notch. Yeah. It's fine, it's great. Like, well, the AVP part of the action is top notch.
And because it's guys in suits as well, they really were just pounding the life out of each other on set, which makes a huge difference too. Any of the interactions then, because they're not looking at like a fucking tennis ball on a pole.
Yeah.
There's an actual dude in a suit there for them to interact with.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10.
Always going to be better. And because of that, it looks real good too.
Yeah.
It hasn't aged horribly, which is nice.
Yeah, no. I think it might be worth visiting Requiem.
Yeah.
We'll definitely watch it and see, maybe podcast about it at some point in the future.
I remember a lot of it. I remember the bit in the maternity ward and that made me like throw up a little bit in my mouth.
Yeah, no.
There's a couple of bits in it that are a bit, it just went a little bit too far. It was like, I understand you want to push the envelope, like the kid gang it. Hilarious.
Yeah. It's far more of a gore fest than this film is.
The stomachs doing the thing and then bursting like nests. No.
Do you know what is scarier than that though?
What?
The fact that we know what we're covering next week.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
I'm afraid.
You should be afraid because we never know.
Holy shit, Dad was right.
Yes, yeah, it's about on par with Homer being right about the comet. Is us knowing what we're covering next week, but we're not going to fucking tell you. It's a little bit more.
Little bit where?
No, it's not the Fast Show. I was just going to say it's got a little bit more substance perhaps than this week's episode.
I've forgotten what we're doing next week. It's alright, you don't have to tell me.
No, it's okay. No,
I'll be as surprised as everybody else.
No, I'm going to tell you now, but then I'll just blank it out when I go to edit it. We're going to do But yes, so folks, we will be back next week with a decided film for a change.
Yeah.
We'll see how long this lasts. And in the meantime, if you want, you can go back and listen to all of our previous episodes. Or we actually appeared very recently on That Fucking Show.
Briefly.
As our own little Adam and Eve. And in the past, we have appeared on 100 Things We Learned from Film Pod. And What the Fuck Do You Want Pod. And Funny Sci-Fi Podcast, if you'd like to see us talk about some other things for a change.
Yeah.
They're all great podcasts.
It's not
probably better when we're not on them, in fairness.
Yeah, we tend to bring a level of chaos to everybody's podcast. We also forgot about, be good little aliens and eat mommy.
Yes, but I mean, I'm wrapping up. Come on, you gotta give me something here.
What was Yas Queen? You're fabulous.
Just the Queen looks great.
Oh, she does.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I found the notes.
Yeah, clearly you did. I'm trying to be nice here and tell people to like go and listen to some other cool podcasts.
Yeah,
and you're just derailing it. Yeah, so to summarise, That Fucking Show, What the Fuck Do You Want, 100 Things We Learned from Film, and Funny Sci-Fi Popcast are all excellent.
Podcast?
Yes, they're Funny Sci-Fi Popcast now because it's a pop culture podcast.
Ah.
All really great guys and girl.
Sci-Fi Remnant.
And we will hopefully very soon be appearing on Sci-Fi Remnant. And yeah, they're all class podcasts. You'll find them all on my own follow list on Twitter. And if you want to come and find us on Twitter, we are Mono. And you can find us on Instagram, although you won't find me on Instagram, at MonoRants _the_boys. Or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we will be back next week.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are MonoRants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Sci-Fi.